Never eat yellow snow.
Where's the dog shit gone?
People put frickin' vinegar on their chips, so what's the problem with ink?
So be it. Call it medical misinformation.
I've always wondered what snakeskin boots are like. Spotty on the face, stripy on the body.
I don't know. I think an ass and a donkey are something different.
I'd love to know what a horse thinks.
This doesn't make sense to me at all.
I'll just stand here and you can just hug me, do what you need to do. Yeah, and then we'll go out for a trot. How's that?
Welcome to the Tuesday Show with CJ and Ted. Something else that we've had before, which apparently is brand spanking new, is recycling.
Right.
We probably recycled more in the old days than we do now.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah,
so I'm thinking along the lines of things like the war on plastics, of course.
Yep.
So every day, when I was a child, every day we used to have milk delivered, pints of milk, which were delivered in glass bottles, which were washed, taken away by the milkman, and reused.
Yep.
No plastic used whatsoever.
No, and you think about like Coca-Cola bottles and, you know, something like pop and soda bottles were all glass.
They were. Yeah, and you used to take those back.
Yep, and you'd return them and get a small amount of money back for them as well.
Yeah, just a few pence.
Yeah. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough to incentivise you to, you know, send them back and you know, get something for it.
Get a few pennies.
Even then, you're talking, what, 70s, 80s?
Yeah.
I mean, what, even if you got, like you say, a few pence, I guess that was quite a lot back then. But
a few pence was quite a lot, because if you think about it, you could get like penny sweets.
Yeah.
Which were a penny.
I'll say they were actually a penny, yeah.
Yeah. So you could get a bag full of sweets. Guess what? The bag was paper.
Yeah. Yeah. None of this plastic nonsense they got now.
Yeah. This is not new stuff.
No, you're right. Everyone acts like it's something brand spanking new, and it really isn't. It's been around for a long time. And but you can also say the same about like renewable energy as well.
Mm.
You know, when was the Hoover Dam built? 60s? 50s?
I don't know.
You know, but a mass source of renewable energy for the state of Nevada in the United States has been there for decades. Yeah, people are talking about renewable energy like it's a new thing.
Yeah.
You know, people are talking about nuclear energy like it's a new thing.
Mm.
It really isn't. It's been around for a very long time.
Mm.
But no, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Bloody Generation Z.
Newspaper.
Newspaper?
Well, we use, when it came to fish and chips on a Friday.
Oh, yeah.
You get to the fish and chip shop.
Yeah.
And you have your fish and chips wrapped up in newspaper.
Yeah. Does that still happen? It's been a long time since I've actually been to a chip shop that does that.
Health and safety would dictate that it would be bad for you to get print.
All the ink on your chips.
Ink on your chips.
See, now, there, I don't see what the problem is having ink on your chips. People put frickin' vinegar on their chips, so what's the problem with ink? Vinegar is disgusting, man. I'm not saying it's bad for you, but it's disgusting. So if you're going to put something like vinegar on your chips, I think you can deal with a bit of ink. I
think anybody can deal with a bit of ink without dying.
Yeah.
And, you know, so be it. Call it medical misinformation. No, a little bit of ink, fine.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I survived. Many others did.
That's it. I mean, I remember having fish and chips or chips and whatever wrapped in newspaper. I do remember that. Only vaguely mind, but I do remember it. It's been a very long time since I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
One thing I did see, though, actually, was I remember going to the seaside not that long ago, probably only a few years, and receiving a cone of chips, but the cone was made to look like an old newspaper.
I think I may have seen this too. Yeah.
So what's the difference? I know the type of paper is different.
Yeah.
But does the type of paper have a bearing on how the ink transfers from said paper to chips?
I think it's fair to say, and I don't know if you've ever done anything with papers. Have you ever been a paper boy or anything?
I had a paper round, yeah.
Okay, you will then therefore know that newspaper print does have a tendency to run all over the hands.
Yeah, I used to come home regularly with black fingers from the newspaper print.
Yeah. So I do get it from that side, but no, it was perfectly reasonable. And do you know what? Even if you're only eating a bit of ink every Friday, it's not going to kill you.
Yeah. That's it. It's not going to kill you.
You're eating a lot more fish and chips than you are ink.
Yeah. In fact, I think it's probably one of those scenarios where it actually probably helps your body to become immune to things that shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
This cotton wool, bubble wrap society that we're in, where we must protect ourselves from everything.
Yeah.
I actually believe is probably more detrimental to our health than
you heard it here first. We advocate kids eat some ink.
Mm-hmm.
I disavow everything I've just said, by the way.
But, when I was a kid, we'd go outside and we'd play and we'd get muddy and dirty. There was like, when I lived, when we moved, to the Midlands, there was a park about a 10-15 minute walk from our house, which we'd go to fairly regularly.
Mm-hmm.
There was a stream that would run through said park as well, and we'd end up splashing each other with water and doing all sorts,
Yeah.
God, couldn't do that now. Parents would go ballistic.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Eat it. Now, whether you think it's disgusting or not, it would snow and we would eat the snow right off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's snow. It's just snow.
What's wrong with it? It's just like rain.
Exactly. It's just water.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm scraping all the dirt and stuff. I'm literally like the top couple of layers of snow.
Yeah, you're not getting slush from the side of the road.
Precisely, yeah.
I'm having the brown stuff. This is lovely. Talking of brown stuff.
Never eat yellow snow.
No. Well, never do that. But
yeah.
One thing that is better than the old days, if you cast your mind back to, the 80s. So, yeah, I think that would be far enough.
Okay.
Where's the dog shit gone?
Hopefully.
It used to be dog shit.
Yeah, but hopefully people put it in the bin rather than leave it to turn white.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting, though, how dog shit has almost disappeared? Yeah. Dog ownership seems to have gone up.
Yeah, true. Now, I mean, I'm going to kind of not counter, but, I can present arguments for this.
Okay.
In that...
the dog shit debates.
Yes.
Big think.
Dun 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 dun. That dog shit is incredibly bad for humans.
Yes.
If you get it in your eyes, you can go blind. So I'm told.
Yeah.
So for things that do disappear off the face of the earth, I'm actually quite happy for most people, or for everyone, to pick up after their dogs.
Oh, I agree.
Because, again, we know what kids are like. We did it as kids. We played outside and got muddy and all sorts. And, it got on our faces and, and whatever. So, actually, yes, I'm happy that I don't walk down the street anymore and come across the, dried out white logs of, fly-eaten dog shit anymore. It is, and it fucking stinks as well. It fucking honks.
But there was always somebody, like at school, somebody would always have shit on their shoes.
Dog shit on their shoes.
Yeah.
You'd walk to school, you'd cut across the field, and you'd be like, oh, come on, fucking dog shit. Or if you were really unlucky, you'd slip over in it, and it'd be all up your trousers as well.
Oh, dear.
Which happened to me once. It was terrible. I just went home. I was like, nope, not even going to try and deal with that. I'm just going home and put some clean trousers on, and I'll just be late for school.
Yeah.
I would rather be late for school/work or whatever than turn up wearing trousers covered in dog shit.
Well, people are just going to say you shit yourself, aren't they?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Again,
yeah. I was like, it's not beyond the realms of possibility. Let's be honest about this one.
Yeah, so it's weird how that's gone away.
Yeah.
Although, here's an interesting one. I mean, obviously, there's a big difference, in terms of the makeup and structure of the two things. But it's funny how we very much have a rule about dog feces. But when it comes to horses, they can just dump wherever they like. I understand it's generally speaking in the road, but
yeah,
still, it's funny how we do have a different attitude to that.
Yeah, and cow shit as well.
That's true. Although you tend not to take the cow out.
True. I mean, that would be
just
interesting, wouldn't it? Walking down the road and some guy just walking a cow on a lead. Yeah, come on, Bessie, come on. Yeah. But no, it's true though. Yeah, true. Yeah. Like you say, horses can just do whatever they like. I don't know, what kind of health implications are there. I could probably point out some health and safety implications, like you say, especially when they're doing it on the road. If a car drives through it, unknowingly, unwittingly, it could, reduce the traction on the tyres.
Yeah.
Could potentially cause an accident.
Well, I mean, this I believe to be the case. I heard it once. I've not researched it recently, but this was always a bit of a problem. When the streets weren't festooned with cars and it was all horses and horse and carriage, it was the biggest problem was people slipping over on horse shit.
Yeah. And then going to school with horse shit on their trousers.
Well, indeed, but
or short pants.
This is where the idea of slipping on a banana skin comes in, because the banana skin was a substitution for polite society for talking about slipping on horse shit.
Was it now? Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I have often wondered
have you ever seen somebody slip on a banana skin?
No, exactly. And as I was about to say, I have often wondered where... Sorry, I'm getting tied up in cables here. I've often wondered where the idea of slipping on a banana skin comes from, because having tried and tested the theory of slipping on a banana skin, it's incredibly difficult to do, yeah.
Right.
If you're on a laminate floor, sure, world your oyster, but you'll slip on anything on a laminate floor, your own freaking socks if you're not careful.
Yeah.
But I've never managed to slip over outside on a banana skin. Then again, I've rarely come across a banana skin left on the floor. And
also, how many bananas were there back in the day?
Well, true. Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Fewer. So, so horse poo. I mean, I'm sure it's dangerous, but presumably not quite as dangerous as dog dirt. Do you remember people used to call it dog dirt? We got dog dirt on you.
Yeah, dog dirt. It's like when I was a kid and I'd go to the park and you'd see signs that say no fouling. I'd be like, are we all playing football then? And surely that's obvious.
Yeah.
That's why it's called a foul.
Duh. Yeah. It's funny that the signs you get with euphemism. Yeah, another one is at the swimming pool you used to get the signs that say no petting.
No petting. There. Good boy.
like a petting zoo.
Yeah.
Just bring my animals to the pool. Must be water polo.
Still on horseback. Oh, do you want to see my breaststroke? I may or may not have used that line once or twice.
Really?
Never worked.
No, I can't imagine it would do.
It never worked.
Yeah. May have done on a horse.
Maybe. Yeah. Could you imagine that? Yeah. Oh, we're going to play water polo. Cool. And then you turn up and there's just a bunch of horses in a pool. And you've still got to ride the horse and try and play polo. That'd be funny.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
I have, yeah. When I was a young lad living in London, we regularly rode horses.
Yes. I mean, where else for the big city would you ride a horse?
Precisely. No, we used to drive out a little ways. It wasn't that far, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour from home, to a stables, and we had lessons.
Super.
I have vivid memories, actually, of driving out to the stables, listening to the soundtrack to the TV show Gladiators. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Remember the show Gladiators? That was a great show. I enjoyed that a lot, just people beating the shit out of each other. You want strong female leads? Go to Gladiators. They all beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
They will absolutely destroy you, And so I think one of my brothers had a copy of, like, I guess a soundtrack which was just a collection of, I guess, like workout songs, if you like, like Eye of the Tiger, those types of tracks. I Need a Hero. And I vividly remember driving out to the stables, listening to that on cassette in the car. And then riding around on a horse. Because why wouldn't you?
But indeed. Were you any good?
To be fair, I mean, we moved away from London when I was like 9. Everything was, we were kind of wrapping up that portion of life at that point.
So you weren't going to become a dressage star or anything like that?
No, if I'm honest, I do kind of miss it. I actually enjoyed riding horses. My issue with horses, along with most pet ownership, is just care and upkeep. They're incredibly expensive. No, I wouldn't mind doing it again. Yeah, I'd probably be terrible at it, but I'd happily take a couple of lessons here and there to get back on the horse, if you like. Get back in the saddle. See what I did there?
Yeah.
I think I was all right. I never got as far as galloping, but I think I was too young for that.
Right. Yeah.
We used to walk around in a big circle to start with, and then I remember trotting along, and you have to do this thing on your chair where you're like this, or on the saddle where you're like that, as you're trotting along, in rhythm with the horse.
Yeah. Then they introduced the horse, and
yeah. I say you joke about that. Do you remember the when you do like gymnastics in school? We did gymnastics. There was like I think they called it. It was just called a box, and it was like or a horse. It was just a big wooden frame with a like cushioned top.
Yep.
I remember we used those to train the whole motion of doing this.
Oh right.
Before then saddling up and getting on a horse. No, I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I fell off a horse once. Surprised I didn't break anything. But basically, I was trotting along, and I just kind of like slid along the back of the horse and ended up just falling off the back. I guess I wasn't holding on tight enough or something. I don't know. Just fun times.
Okay. I would have thought the saddle would keep you in.
Well, yeah, I don't really remember what happened. Like I said, I was very young. It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. Right. What about you? Have you ever ridden a horse?
I have, yes.
With carrying a sword?
Yes, into battle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Charge!
No, but that would be great.
That would be amazing, wouldn't it?
That would be amazing.
There's one reason to pick up an actor. It's for that. Just to learn how to ride a horse and charge it into battle.
Yeah.
So
that would be good. Interesting. I say every year. Obviously, we've had slight interruption to all things life, but
for the last 2 years,
yes. But in previous years, the Household Cavalry have a summer. Well, they have a summer camp. Right. For 2 weeks or so, which is over at in Norfolk, and
they basically kind of more or less let the horses off, didn't they?
Yeah,
hey, so you go off and do your own thing. Yeah.
So it's
more or less.
Okay, yeah. Right, more or less. But yeah, there's lots of riding, lots of going down to the beach and riding the horses, and just generally, horse skills and that kind of stuff. And then in between the 2 weeks, during the weekend, I think that's normally how it falls. They have an open day,
right?
So it does vary from place to place, but it's always in Norfolk, and it's always one of the army camps that you use, and there's plenty of space and whatnot. So they have an open day, and they do all the musical ride thing,
okay,
which is where they come out in their full full dress uniform on horseback, with music in the background, and they're doing all the chasing around, and they do a charge off at the end. Where they're just going full pelt. Pretty much. With the sticks, spears, whatever you want to call them.
Lances.
So that's really kind of exciting to watch. But there's quite a few things that they do. So there's various horsey events that happen. You get to go and have a look at the horses and pat them and things like that. It's good fun.
So, I thought you were going to say there's a period of 2 weeks during the summer, like on a Household Cavalry summer camp where the public can go in and just ride the horses.
That would be awesome.
It would be amazing.
Although their horses are pretty big.
Yes, they are.
They are not starter horses. Yeah,
they're not pretty big. They're fucking huge.
They are huge, and they're not. And then they've got the huge ones. So they've got huge horses.
Yeah,
like horses as big as a house.
Like the old kettle drum horses.
Yeah, the kettle drum horses are even massiver.
Yeah, massiver.
Massive horse. Mahoosive horse. Mahorsive.
I think we should get that into the dictionary.
A description of big horse.
Yeah, how to describe a big horse. It's mahorsive.
Yes. Yeah. So no, that's really good fun actually. To watch what goes on there. Lots of chasing around on horses.
I do love horses. I find horses, very majestic, very regal animals. And so kind of, for the most part, docile, as long as you approach them correctly and, don't come up them from behind because they will kick the shit out of you.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is about horses really, but it's almost like you see it in films and you hear people talk about it, where they can have this massive emotional connection with a horse. They can almost like they go, oh, the horse knows what I'm feeling and is just. I mean, I'm not sure it really goes that far. I mean, the horse for the most part is just kind of there, and just goes, oh, hey human, what's up? I'll just stand here and you can just hug me, do what you need to do, and then we'll go out for a trot. How's that? I don't think they're telepathic or empathic or anything like that. They're just kind of there.
I think it's a similar thing to dogs.
Yeah. And
I think a lot of it comes from women because they're like relationship replacements, aren't they?
Yeah. Dogs. I don't know. I think dogs can be quite empathic or whatever the word actually is. They know when you're upset. They can tell by your facial expressions, your actions. Whereas a horse, I guess because a dog has to come to you, so a dog can see your reaction to them approaching you. Whereas a horse, you have to go to the horse. And I guess the horse maybe just kind of stands there and just goes, hey. So you come to say hi. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
To know what horses think.
I'd love to know what a horse thinks.
Yeah.
Probably. Where are my oats, motherfucker?
Do you ever watch Mr. Ed?
No.
Oh.
What's Mr. Ed?
Tell
us, for the viewers and the listeners.
It was an American sitcom. It's probably made in the 50s.
That's probably why I haven't seen it.
And it was about a talking horse called Mr. Ed.
Okay.
And Mr. Ed would say, well, hello, Wilbur. Blah, 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 blah. And he would, that's a very bad impression of a talking horse. But yeah, so it was a talking horse. And, well, basically that was it. 30 minutes of hilarious consequences of having a talking horse.
Starring Alan Lane.
Well, there you go.
As Mr. Ed.
Or
I guess the voice of Mr. Ed.
Yeah, he wasn't wearing a costume.
No. Well, you never know. Then again, I don't think animatronic technology was really up there.
No. He was definitely voice-overing an actual horse.
Yeah. Looking at a lot of the actors for this, Alan Lane, James Flavin, Jack Albertson. All of their pictures on IMDb are all of them wearing cowboy hats. So they're clearly like, Western, spaghetti Western actors. Oh, yeah.
If I went to America, I would want to wear a cowboy hat.
Only in Texas, I think. I don't think I'd want to wear it
America,
anywhere else.
I would probably only want to go to Texas.
Yeah? Not New York? Florida? California?
Florida, maybe. Not California. Not New York.
Okay, fair enough. Why, dare I ask why?
Because I want to wear the hat.
Just because you want to wear that?
Yeah, just because I want to wear the hat. Yeah.
That's fair. That is fair. I've always wondered what snakeskin boots are like. How comfortable they are to wear. Like proper cowboy snakeskin boots.
Where do they get the snakes from?
Texas, I assume. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's real snakeskin, to be fair. Might be, might not. No idea. They're farming snakes and harvesting them for their skins. Yeah, don't know.
I tell you what, talking of horses, going back to horses, something that I forgot about until only recently, and I can't remember why I was thinking about it again, but do you remember, it just seems like ages ago, now we've had COVID and Brexit and all that sort of stuff going on, do you remember the horsemeat scandal?
I do. I do remember the horsemeat scandal.
It seems like forever ago.
Yeah, kind of miss it.
I kind of miss. I think I miss the horse meat.
Yeah, I do miss the horse meat. Burgers tasted a lot nicer. Yeah. Like supermarket burgers tasted much nicer when horse meat was in them. What
I really don't understand, right? You look at a cow and look at a horse. Mm-hmm. A cow
on a regular basis. I do that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do it.
Just have a stare. Just have a stare down.
Yeah. If you're watching at home, just Google. Look at get two pictures, a cow and a horse, and look at them. One has clearly got more meat on it than the other. Why is it somehow cheaper to have horse meat than cow meat?
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense to me at all.
I guess because, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Cows are, I guess it's just business, I assume. Cows are bred for, slaughter. They're bred for slaughter.
Yes.
And it's just business, to make as much profit as you can from that.
Yes, but this is what I mean. Well, horses, surely, the only reason why horse meat was ever introduced is because it's cheaper. Why is it cheaper? There's less meat on it.
I don't really know.
I mean, I'm no expert, but it looks like there's less meat on a horse than there is on a cow. And one would think that raising two animals would be a similar cost. Where's the benefit? Yeah. I don't understand. If you know, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, no idea. No idea. And I'm going to sidebar slightly. So I typed in into Google a cow and a horse. That's all I typed in. The first thing to come up.
Did you have the safe search on?
I never have safe search on. First thing to come up. Yes, a horse and a cow can successfully mate with one another.
Really? I mean, it says successfully mate. I mean, anything can successfully mate. It's whether or not it can successfully create. I've never heard of a cow-horse hybrid.
Working cow horse is a type of competition known as where horses are asked to work with a single working. No, that's bullshit. Yeah, it says mating is the physical act of joining in an effort to breed significantly by a male animal mounting a female animal. Their size and body comparison make it possible for. So yeah, what is a cow horse? Oh, 404 page not found. Helpful.
I think we'd know about that.
Yeah, but it does say here, cows and horses cannot crossbreed, even though they can mate.
Yeah. I mean,
that's got to be a seriously horny freaking horse to mount a cow.
Yeah, I think anything can mate with anything else.
Yeah,
is sort of the baseline, really. Have you seen? Yeah. Have you seen ligers? And
I've heard of that. I've never actually seen one.
Yeah,
I don't. Is it even possible for a lion and a tiger?
It is. It is possible.
Let's Google that, shall we?
It's not advisory.
Liger is a hybrid offspring of a male lion and a female tiger. The liger has parents in the same genus but of different species. The liger is distinct from the similar hybrid called the tigon, which is the reverse.
Yeah.
And is the largest of all known extant felines. They enjoy swimming, which is a characteristic of tigers, and are very sociable like lions. So, yeah.
I didn't know lions were sociable.
I found one. It just looks like a spotty lion.
Yeah.
Or a stripy lion.
Yeah.
Spotty on the face, stripy on the body.
Yeah. But it sort of makes sense. I mean, if you think about cats, you can get cats of all different types.
I was going to say, cats crossbreed all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
So, cats crossbreed all the time.
Cats.
Now I need to look at tigons. Hang on. Tigon. Just looks like a tiger.
They're great.
Yeah, it just looks like a pale tiger. So like the stripes aren't as prominent.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. Yeah. And then a liger is the same, just with a mane.
Yeah. Yeah, so these things are possible. And then you get strange horses as well. Bring it right back to horses.
Like
donkeys. You think about it, what's a pony?
True.
What's an ass? What's the other one? Donkey.
Yeah.
So you get asses that are half pony, half donkey, and
I thought an ass was a donkey.
I don't know. I think an ass and a donkey are something different.
Okay, fair enough.
But I think that it's sort of half horse.
Yeah, like a mule.
Oh, mule. That's another one.
Yeah, a mule.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. Like I say, there are all sorts of different types of horses, and
you know what this reminds me of. I think it's probably one of one of the first scenes of The Office, the UK version, where they're having a conversation about somebody who works in the warehouse who is a dwarf, and saying,
right.
Okay, well, it's blah blah blah. It's a midget. No, it's not a midget. It's a dwarf. It's like, well, what's the difference? Well, one's this, one's that. Oh. What's an elf? Yeah. So what's an ass? Muffin. Not muffin.
Those are
mule.
They genuinely are the kind of conversations that happen in an office. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a fan of that TV show. I have to be honest. It's not really my jam. But they are the exact types of conversations that happen in an office. You know. What is the difference between an ass and a donkey and a mule and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yes. So yes, a horse can attempt to mate with a cow, but
no results.
You will not be able to breed horse cows or cow horses.
No, cow horses.
Yeah.
Horses. Cows.
Cows. Horse cows. Yeah. That was the Tuesday Show.
Get in touch with us. All the links are in the description. And until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye.